Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's Dark Avenger comic book review. And Mike, your book is up next. I've read it too, so it's Avengers Versus X-Men versus issue 4 of 6. 2 more left. It is Daredevil versus Psylocke, Thor versus the Phoenix, Emma Frost.
Yes. Okay, shall I talk about the good news or the bad news first? Well, let's talk about the good news first.
Let's go from match to match. It was Daredevil versus Psylocke.
Daredevil versus Psylocke was actually pretty interesting.
I like that one.
The artwork.
I like that one. That was the only one I liked out of the entire
and we'll explain why in a minute. So they're talking about each of their powers and how it's affecting them and stuff like that, and like they had a little talk. It wasn't really much talking. It was like those boxes.
Yeah, little boxes, because it was all fighting, man.
Yeah, I mean
it's all as you guys can see. It's all action. Yeah. Definitely all action.
But in a good way. The red means Daredevil, and the purple meant Psylocke was speaking.
Very good.
Yes, very good. And the final verdict of that was, for the first time ever, I believe, a draw.
Not the first time.
Was it?
No. There was another one.
Oh, right. So, my bad. Not the first time. But I really like that one. Now, here's the one that I wasn't too happy about.
I don't even want to talk about that.
The Mighty Thor versus Emma Frost.
Phoenix Force.
Yes, Phoenix Force. And from the last part, X-Men gets, the one up. And I'm going to tell you how this match went.
She was the Phoenix Force. That's why she won. If she wasn't Phoenix, she would have lost.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Thor...
Especially after this.
Yeah, and I thought Thor, I mean, come on. You're fighting a god. I mean, come on. I mean, I thought that was just like, really, I mean, Emma Frost, Phoenix Force, I mean, no. That is the only reason why I was 50-50 about this, but next issue is,
Husband versus Wife and Angel versus Archer.
Which is this next issue,
You
right
didn't have to show it.
Oh, I thought, I'm giving it a 50-50. I mean, Daredevil and Psylocke was the only best part of this book, but Thor and Phoenix Force, Emma Frost, I mean, I understand.
I want to say one thing, since you're talking about this book and I read it too. I got a comment once, and it's a good time to address it too, where somebody said that basically you're basing your opinion because of what I say. That you're you're telling my opinion. Because I hate it, you'll hate it, in other words.
No, alright guys, from my opinion, not from him, my opinion, this book was just 50-50.
Me and my brother share a lot of the same opinions because we were raised with the exact same comic books. We grew up reading the same comic books, and we have basically, very rarely does he like something that I don't, and I like something that he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, there are some comic books that he might like.
He doesn't like Superman at all.
Not the new one. Yeah, but
I hate the new one too. I'm talking about the older ones, like when it was grounded and stuff. You didn't like it, but I was enjoying it.
Yeah, but
so for that comment, I deleted the comment because it was the way it was said was insulting. That you thought you're riding on my coattails. He doesn't ride on my coattails, guys. No. Michael's opinions are. We are alike. We agree on a lot of the stuff when it comes to the comic books. But there are times.
Yeah, and if other people out there agree or disagree with what I say,
yeah,
they have the right to express
that. But this is his opinion. In my opinion, I don't think Versus is even needed for the Avengers versus X-Men story. I'm sorry, this is the fourth issue. This is the 4th issue, and all it is expanding on specific fights that, honestly, okay, if you're making a hardcover book of the full thing, then that's worth putting in there. But as a separate series, if you weren't still enjoying it, I probably would have ended up dropping
No,
that.
I mean, I'm enjoying it, and the fun facts are still a lot of fun to read. I mean, I do read those because it's kind of, yeah. But anyway, guys, in my opinion, this was 50-50, but seriously, from what I said in the last part, with X-Men side having the Phoenix Force, it's like a one-up to them. And Emma Frost winning against Thor, the mighty god.
Now, we both hate Emma Frost, so no.
I hate Emma Frost with a passion. And she should have got killed in that other.
Either she or Cyclops are going to die, or both of them.
With Jean Grey coming in and frying them. Yes, that's what I want to see. One day.
Okay, we're doing a Spider-Man. This is a Spider-Man run now, guys. 4 books of Spider-Man. First is Avenging Spider-Man issue 9 with Captain Marvel as the team up this time. Funny, it comes out a week before the Captain Marvel issue 1, and they actually advertise it at the end of this book. But I can understand now why they released it, because it's a part 1 of 2. There's a second part to this story, so I can understand why it came out a week ahead of time. We still don't know how she becomes Captain Marvel. I love the artwork in this book. Basically, Carol and Spidey are in a plane. They come across this girl. They're in their civilian clothes. They come across this girl. I like how also she can will her costume on, who is basically jetpacking away from somebody. They don't know who she is, if she's a felon, if she's innocent, and she's being chased by this guy in this robotic suit. And the guy shows no respect to Captain Marvel or even Spidey. I like the artist in this book. The artwork is really good. And Spidey's trying to protect the girl and keep her into custody. Keep her in custody until they find out if she's a good or a bad guy. Captain Marvel's busy dealing with the robot, and turns out in the end that that little girl that they're protecting isn't exactly so helpless, so to speak. I believe she's a robot. I believe she's a clone or a robot or something. From the way she was explaining herself, and I'm probably she did explain it a lot better. I don't know. I read this book. This was the first book I read like 2 weeks ago, so I'm still working off of memories from 2 weeks ago. That's why it's very bad of me not to do my comic reviews on the week the comics come out, because I always end up reading books 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. I have to make sure I keep myself on that.
Yeah, but we have things.
Yeah, important stuff
I understand.
comes up.
I understand keeping on track is a priority in comic books, but just saying. Going out there.
But in the end, it's Spidey, the clone robotic girl, and Captain Marvel being surrounded by more of the robotic men, or the men in the suits, the robotic suits. I keep forgetting what. I think he's a construction worker. I believe he's a construction worker, and then. I love Captain Marvel. Her powers are really awesome, the way they're depicted here.
She's a really interesting character.
And more people will show up in the end, to be continued.
Right?
What?
You consider Captain Marvel a very interesting character, right? Or?
Yeah, definitely. So sorry guys, I know I'm leaving out a lot of details, but this was a very good book, really good artwork, really good story. I would highly recommend you guys checking this out. Venom issue number 20. Crime Lord. His identity is revealed in the last page of this book. And it's a shocker to the readers, to Betty, and when Venom finds out, it's going to be a shocker to Venom too. Turns out, here's a huge spoiler here guys, Venom's mother was not killed in the last issue. The artwork is really good, by the way. Turns out the Fly was chowing down on somebody else. So Flash is saving his sister from, I forget what this lizard guy's name is, and the lizard guy doesn't make it out alive. Let's leave it at that. Really enjoying the artwork in this book.
Absolutely.
So then Flash goes off to the Fly to find out where the Crime Lord is. And I love what he did to the Fly. You're just going to have to read the book to find out. And Venom says, okay, you said you want to talk? Now talk. And that's the last we see of Venom. Then the whole identity of Crime Lord is revealed, to be continued.
The next issue, that's jaw-dropping. Wow, the way it looks.
It's going to be good seeing what happens next with Flash Thompson, and I'm really loving this series. They did mention the Circle story arc is coming back, where Venom is going to make good on his promise to oh god, who is that guy? The guy that screwed Spider-Man's life. Dormammu. The promise he made to Dormammu, and that's coming up again. So I'm hoping after that we won't have to deal with that horrible story ever again.
Has that Jack-o'-lantern guy been there?
Yeah, he's there. He's here.
Oh, okay.
He shows up in this book.
But
not with Venom.
No, not with Venom, because he betrayed him. I'm talking about...
No, he shows up with mostly Betty. You should read this book, Mike, just because it's Flash Thompson. You shouldn't really
No,
be
it's not because it's Flash Thompson. I thought that you were enjoying it more. And...
Yeah, you read it. I'm always stopping you.
Alright.
He's in the end.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Crime Lord and all of his people. I hope they get Toxin off of Eddie Brock, or in a future story arc, Toxin is separated from Eddie Brock, or Eddie Brock becomes Venom again.
Or Eddie Brock
it's interesting.
teams up.
It is interesting though, having Eddie Brock as Toxin. It's interesting.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's good. It's interesting.
But he should team up with Flash Thompson.
No. However, Minimum Carnage, it was announced that Minimum Carnage is not going to have, I don't believe it's Spider-Man. It's going to be Kane, the Scarlet Spider-Man, and Venom going after Carnage this time. Spider-Man won't be in a Minimum Carnage, or he'll play a small role, if at all.
So it's gonna
be Venom and Scarlet Spider.
So what you're saying, it's gonna be like Carnage USA without Spider-Man, basically.
I don't know yet, but it looks really, really good. I
knew it wasn't going to be the end of the Carnage comic books.
No, Carnage will be around next year. This is this year's. Next year I'll have something else.
Oh, definitely.
I'm not complaining. I'm liking Carnage. Speaking of Scarlet Spider issue number 7, new artist, but the artwork is still good and the story is just as good. In this issue, it's Scarlet Spider-Man. He's swinging around Houston, and then there's a huge explosion. So he does his job of saving the people. He saves a girl that's jumping out of the building, and the girl's like, wow, and you don't want to know what happens next. But after Nookie, so you now know what happens next. Turns out that she's the reason why there was the explosion. And throughout like 2 or 3 pages, like, I don't care, I don't want to know. And then Arsley comes in and says, stop thinking that! Go do something about it, because you obviously care, so I can get some sleep. So he goes off to the police officer and asks him about Galveston and what's that called? Roxxon.
That looks nice.
And
First X-Men.
Yeah, and it turns out that it's Roxxon is a company that's very well known in Houston, and Galveston is a really great guy. He's a wonderful guy. So he goes in and he wants to get information. He tries to get this geek to give it to him, and as he's looking through it, these guys with guns come in. Doesn't end pretty. Scarlet Spider-Man breaks into the office of Galveston. He's like, I'm busy, you're trespassing, get lost. He's like, you're covering up an attack on your building. You made a woman disappear, you're going to tell me why. And he introduces the woman, and it's his daughter. That's a huge spoiler there. And he's like, this is none of your concern, you should leave before things get bad. He's like, yeah, really, how? I'm not going to say how, but in the next issue, how happens. It's going to be Kane versus Galveston's little protective force. The text, I'm just going to say the text, it was stupid what they call themselves. But anyway, next issue, it's going to be Scarlet Spider-Man versus those people, and I look forward to seeing what happens next. I don't like by the cover, it doesn't look too good, but maybe it will be good. I'm really liking Scarlet Spider. You want a jumping on point? This is it. This issue is it. Get it. Get the story before this in trade in softcover form, because I know it's coming out or it came out. Get it. You're gonna love it. I love Scarlet Spider. It's one of my favorite Spider-Man series next to Amazing Spider-Man. And this little mini over here, Spider-Man issue 3 of 5. 2 more issues to go. I'm loving this series. I'm not a fan of the Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm not a fan of Miles Morales. But this story arc is really good. The beginning of the story is Pete and Miles versus Mysterio. But Mysterio is a puppet being... basically, it's a robotic... what's the word? I forgot. Nick Fury found out. Basically, in Spider-Man's universe, Mysterio's controlling his cybernetic double in the Ultimate Universe. And he's using a new type of chemical that not only makes them see illusions, but they can actually feel it. Like, in their mind, they're feeling it all. And it was a huge fight between Spidey and all of his arch-villains. They figure out that it's a robot, and Miles is just tearing into it. And then there's a huge explosion. Miles wakes up with the Avengers all around him, and they're like, well, he's like, where'd Spider-Man go? Where'd he go? And Nick's like, isn't it obvious, kid? He ran away because he wants to find out if this is all real or not. He goes into a store that has like iPods and iPads and stuff. Advertisement. It's about to get robbed. He stops the robber. He's like, I need information. Can I borrow your iPad for a second? Do you get signal in here? She hands it to him. He finds out about the death of the Ultimate Universe Peter Parker, and he actually says, can you tell me exactly what happened to Peter Parker? The last page I'm not going to spoil. It was, wow, the last page was really, really good. It involves Spider-Man, and you have to read it. I can't wait for issue 4. I really want to read issue 4 bad now, just because it's gonna hopefully continue right after where this issue left off. And it involves Pete. That's all I'm gonna say. And wow, the ending was really good. You guys have to be reading Spider-Man. It's a really good crossover. I look forward to the last 2 issues. It's really good. I would definitely say check this issue, this series, this mini-series out. It's really good. Okay, guys, sorry for the mix-up and the leave-outs of a few books, because I did read them 2 weeks ago. It took me a while to actually get through these books because of a lot of things going on. That won't happen in the next episode. I've already started actually reading the books for the next episode, which should be maybe towards the end of the week. I'll have it up, depending on how things go. I have a lot that I have planned for this week. So we'll see how that goes. If not, it'll definitely be up by Saturday, and then the other review right after that. So that concludes this week's Dark Avenger comic book review.
And also, don't forget to check this on Dark Avenger Inc., because I review this.
Yep.
And it's still cool.
Alright guys, so that's it for this week's Dark Avenger comic book review. Let's give you guys the rundown of everything really quickly, and then we'll slide off into the night. Spider-Man issues 3 of 5. Really good, guys. You got to check this mini-series out. It's really awesome. Scarlet Spider issue 7, jumping on point, and it's really good. Venom issue 20, really good also. Part 3 of the Salvage.
Pepsi break.
Part 3 of the Savage 6. Definitely check it out. Crime Lord's identity, or his secret identity, is revealed here. Avenging Spider-Man issue 9, Captain Marvel is the person he's teaming up with. Absolutely good. I would definitely say check it out. Avengers Versus X-Men versus issue 4 of 6. I don't think anybody needs it.
Half and half. This issue did not like how the way Thor and Emma Frost fight turned out, but it's still recommended to get.
Captain America issue 14, really good. Looking forward to the next story arc. Jumping on point on issue 15, guys. Wolverine and but it is the last story arc. Wolverine and the X-Men issue 13, really awesome. Love the artwork in this book by Nick Bradshaw. I believe it's Nick.
Yeah, Nick Bradshaw. You're right.
Absolutely check out Wolverine the X-Men. It's staying, whereas Uncanny X-Men is going. Dark Avengers 177. It's still the Thunderbolts. I don't know why they're calling it Dark Avengers.
And the Punisher. Don't forget.
And the Punisher in the end, yeah. Uncanny X-Force issue 27, really good. You guys definitely should be checking this out. The New Avengers issue 28, still one of those books that's tied into Avengers Versus X-Men. Secret Avengers broke away from that, but this is still attached. It's okay. It gives you a little insight on what's happening with the prisoners of the X-Men. Do you really absolutely positively need it? Not really. It's up to you guys. Minutemen issue 2, really good. Definitely check it out. Swamp Thing issue 11, the final part before the crossover between Animal Man and Swamp Thing. Really good. I've always recommended this book to people who want to get into DC Comics. Definitely check it out. Since issue 1, I've been loving it. Batman issue 11 ends the Court of Owls crossover and everything like that. It was really good. It took a long time to get through, though. So the second story arc is going to make or break the Batman series for me. Walking Dead issue 100 was just spectacular. No spoilers going to be given in this book, except the fact that I hope Negan dies in the slowest, most horrible, disgusting way possible in comic book history. Yep. And I know only Robert Kirkman can do it. So looking forward to that whenever that happens. Definitely check it out. There's a bunch of covers you can get for it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 3 Color Classics. Really good. Definitely check it out, guys. Transformers Regeneration 1 issue 81. Really good. For those of you old Transformer comic fans, definitely check it out. Really awesome. Really good. And Punk Rock Jesus is a very interesting book. I say interesting, but I don't know if I mean interesting good or interesting bad yet. Buy it at your own discretion. If you don't have the money for it and you really aren't too sure, you don't have to buy it. You're not really missing much. And that's it for this episode's comic books. Stay tuned, guys. There is going to be another comic review really, really soon. Definitely go to Dark Avenger Inc. We are going to be posting videos up almost every single day this week and next week and the week after and the week after that. There's 5 of us working on that channel, so you know there's going to be at least 1 video a day. There was about 3 or 4 videos we uploaded yesterday on Dark Avenger Inc. and there's just still more to come. Take care, everybody. Keep reading, keep collecting. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button already, definitely click it because there's a lot more to come on this channel and you're not going to want to miss it. Comments, love them. Likes, dislikes, questions about comic books, troll comments and other things like that will be deleted and forgotten about, like that comment that somebody left about Michael. That's a stupid comment. That was deleted. It wasn't forgotten about because I wanted to address it, but now I don't even remember it.
Neither do I.
Exactly. And show YouTube you like this video by favoriting it, because I don't do the thumbs up or thumbs down because there's apparently a troll going around the comic book community, because I've noticed this on every single comic reviewer's videos, mine included, when I have a thumbs up and down. Like if I miss it, there's this one person that's been going around and giving videos thumbs down.
They really shouldn't have that.
Well, what can you do? Whenever I post a video and I forget to take thumbs up and down off, I get like 5 thumbs up and then 1 thumbs down. It's almost a definite. So whoever this troll is, he isn't going away. So I'm not bothering or she. So I'm not bothering, or it, to give this person the ability of giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm just taking it off. So favorite the video if you like it. Show YouTube that way. I do appreciate the people that are giving me thumbs up though. Thank you guys very much. But until this troll decides to take a hike, or even if he does take a hike, you know, it's all about rating. It's just a rating of if people like or dislike it. It's a review. There's always going to be somebody who says, oh, he didn't like that comic, thumbs down. And it's not about that. It's supposed to be about the video, not the comics. But regardless, thumbs up and down are disabled on my channel at least, and on my videos on Ink. So thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for now 1,200 subscribers. Thank you guys so much.
Congrats.
I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much. For those of you out there that really enjoy this channel and your friends don't know about it yet, and you know your friends like comic books, please share this channel with them and let them spread the word around. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all of you guys for subscribing to me. Hope you guys continue to enjoy the videos I make for you guys for many, many, many more years to come. Take care, everybody. Keep reading, keep collecting, as I said. And definitely sub to this and Dark Avenger Inc. This channel and Dark Avenger Inc. because big things are coming for both channels. And there's a lot that's going to be starting up in
And you don't want to miss it.
And you're not going to want to miss it. Take care, everybody. See you real soon.
All right, later, guys.